What's going on, Agent Nation? It's Frank Bernardo. And before we get started, I want to make sure everybody likes and subscribes to our YouTube channel and our video. Leaves a positive comment. That way you get notified of all of our new stuff that we're putting out. We're trying to grow our channel. The only way we grow is with your help. So thank you for that. Now, let's get started. Today, I want to talk to you about the emotional cycle of change. This was brought to my attention by my trainer. I got a personal trainer, and I've known this guy forever. We've been friends on social media, and I just see all the amazing stuff he puts out, and it just made sense for us to connect. And when I signed up, he sent me this video, and it explained it in detail. And when I saw it, it was for fitness, but it resonates with business. It resonates with real estate, especially real estate and entrepreneurship. And I needed to just repurpose this to let everybody in my world know about how this works and how this affects you. And let me start by telling you some statistics. So this is August of 2023 when this video is being done. So far, year to date, over 60,000 agents have gotten out of the real estate business. And 50% of all the business is being done by 10% of the agents. If you want to be successful in real estate, what they're saying is that 8% of the agents are doing more than 4 deals. That means 92% of agents in the world right now are doing less than 4 deals. The market is drastically changed. So the market is the market, and you can't really affect the market, and that's a different video. But what I want to talk to you about is these low numbers that we're seeing. It's indicative of the emotional cycle of change. So let me explain this to you. I want to do this in the quickest way possible. So the emotional cycle of change, it starts up here, and it's like a smiley face. If you Google it, you'll click on images and you'll see a bunch of graphs, and the graphs will show you this swooping arc. And the reason it's a swooping arc is that this is the top part of being excited and being motivated about everything that you do, right? And there's this lull and this valley. And the way my trainer explained it to me was amazing, because the lull right down here, this is what he calls a death valley, and that's the perfect name for it. So the way it works, I'm gonna do both the fitness and the real estate version of it because they correlate together and it'll make more sense that way. So when you get into real estate, or when you got into real estate, you were super excited. You're right up here. You're pumped, you're excited, you're gonna take the world by storm, you're gonna make $100,000, you're gonna do all of this amazing stuff. Well, then you get hit with all the expenses, the MLS dues, the fees, and it kind of brings you down a little bit. You're like, okay, I get it, that's okay. And then the amount of work that has to be done with your database, and then lead generation, and then follow-up. And then you realize that the amount of work that you need to do to get where you need to go is overwhelming, and it doesn't feel like it's possible, and you get frustrated, and you get mad, and you get angry, and then you get down here to where it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, you're not getting any business, and then you get out of the business. That's the way that works. That's what has happened to more than 60,000 agents. Their businesses changed, that things weren't happening the way they wanted, they got frustrated, they felt their brokerage lied to them, so much stuff. So with fitness, it's the same idea. When you get a trainer, you join a gym, you have a diet plan, you're all super excited, you're gonna lose a whole bunch of weight, you're up here, and then when you start eating all the stuff that you're supposed to be eating, it's okay at first, but then it's like it becomes boring, it's not as tasty as like crumble cookies and pizza, and then you work out and you become sore, and it's not happening as fast, and you don't see a difference, and you're the same weight, and you get down here and you're done, you go back and you eat the crap, and you stop working out and you stop doing all that stuff. That's the way that works. But this is how you power through both of those. It's really simple. It's just not easy. That's the problem. It's not easy. And if you want easy, entrepreneurship, realtor, anything amazing is probably not for you, because you have to be able to persevere and you have to be able to be uncomfortable with what you do. But the number one thing is consistency and showing up. Give an example. You get down here, you're at the bottom of Death Valley, and you're like, I want to quit, I hate this, this is going to take too long, it's not going to be worth it. All you need to do is show up the next day and do the work. So when I say do the work in real estate, I have a system. I have many systems. We have many systems in the Real Estate Coaching Club, and we have specific systems for you to make 6 figures. So the key is like, let's say you take one of our systems that requires you to call 10 people a day. You call 10 people a day. You show up the next day, you call another 10 people. You show up the next day, you call another 10 people. You show up the next day, and you just keep showing up. If you keep showing up and doing the work the way that it's outlined, eventually something's going to happen. You're going to get one person. You're going to get somebody that's interested. They're going to fall apart. And then you're going to go find somebody else that's interested. You're going to find somebody that refers you to somebody else. And you're going to get momentum. You're going to slowly get momentum. It takes time to build up momentum. And then you're going to get your first sale. And you're going to take some of that money and put it away for taxes, put it away for yourself, and then put other into marketing to gain your momentum. And then you're going to get another deal and another deal. And it does slowly compound on top of each other to where it goes up here, and now you're happy again, and you're excited, and you have a business, and it's growing, and you're making the money you want, and you get to take the vacations and have the nice things. That's the way that works. The key is, from here to back up here, it's way more work than you think it is. And that's why people quit, because there's a book by Grant Cardone called The 10 Times Rule. I love this book. It says that most people underestimate the amount of effort that it takes to hit a goal. And that is 100% true when it comes to real estate. It's 100% true when it comes to diet and exercise. Otherwise, there wouldn't be like 60% obese people in the world. And I was one of those. And so I got my trainer and got my screwed up mindset out of the way. So you have to show up every day. Now, the big myth about showing up is that everybody thinks you have to give 100%. You do not have to give 100%. I will tell you, there are days I show up to work, I show up to the gym, and I do not want to give 100%. But I show up. And you know what? Sometimes I give 50%. Sometimes I give 10%. Sometimes I give 75%. It's actually a rarity that I or anybody else gives 100% every day. I don't know if that's physically possible, whether it's in the fitness world or whether in the business world. I don't know if it's physically possible to do 100% every day. But the way you make success is that you show up and you give everything you can give. Like if you're supposed to sell. This is a live podcast. I'm not editing this. If you are supposed to call 10 people today, you're just not feeling it, and you call one, that's a win. You call 2 the next day, you call 5 the next day, you call 10 one day, that's great. Then you go back and you call 4. It just depends. Life happens too. I've outlined business plans for agents to where I'm like, listen, if you can give me an hour a day of lead generation, you can make the money that you need to get. And then I've had people that I've done that and they can't give me an hour. They can't give me an hour out of 24 hours to work on their business to hit $100,000 in the next 12 months. And you know what? That's the key. If you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to be consistent, and you're willing to do what you're supposed to do on a daily basis, you can get where you want to go. The only way you lose is if you quit. That's the only way. You can't quit. If you have quit, if you're thinking about quitting, reach out to me. Let's talk. There is no reason for you to quit. You're probably just going to have to work a little bit harder than you are now, and it's probably not going to feel good. It's probably going to be uncomfortable, but that's the way business is. That's the way life is. But you don't have to quit. You can hit your goal. You have to be consistent with your behavior. You have to show up every day to get through that mountain of crap that's out there that's trying to hold you back. So I hope this was helpful. Like and subscribe, leave your comment below, share the video. I would love to see if this can help somebody that's out there. It doesn't take a lot of skill. It does not take a lot of talent to be in real estate. It takes consistency of behavior, and you have to learn every day. There's agents that have gotten out of this business, being in the business for 15 years, because their ego is too big and they didn't realize that they have to learn as the market and the world changes. They haven't improved their social media. They haven't improved their online presence. They haven't done all these things, and they just try to operate the same way they did before, and they don't want to listen to anybody. So there's new people that have gotten out, and there's people that have been in the business forever that have gotten out, and they just don't want to follow a proven system. A proven, successful system is the key to everything that you want. So reach out to me. Let me know if I can help. Would love to help you. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I will.